What if the perfect planet for humanity was also the worst place to be human? Somewhere beyond our solar system, scientists have discovered worlds far larger than Earth. At first glance, they seem like a dream. More land, more resources, more room for billions of people. But hidden behind that promise is a terrifying reality. Imagine being born on a planet called GJ180d, a massive super-Earth orbiting a distant red dwarf star. 1 year there lasts only 106 days. Vacations would feel longer. Seasons would come and go faster. Everything sounds exciting until gravity enters the picture. Here's the question. What happens when a planet is 10 times more massive than Earth? The answer changes everything. Every step would feel heavier. Every movement harder. A casual jog could feel like running a marathon. Your muscles would constantly struggle against crushing forces. Your bones might survive the pressure, but your body wouldn't escape unscathed. But here's the strange part. The biggest problem wouldn't be your muscles. It wouldn't even be your skeleton. It would be what gravity does to everything inside you. Organs could shift downward. Blood circulation would become more difficult. Daily life would become a constant battle against a force that never stops pulling. And that raises a bigger question. If gravity is strong enough to reshape our bodies, what else would it change? Because the answer reveals a danger far greater than anyone expected. And that's when things start getting weird. Gravity doesn't just affect people. It controls the entire planet. And this is where it gets weird. On Earth, gravity holds our atmosphere in place. It creates the air pressure we rarely think about. But on a super-Earth, that pressure could become overwhelming. The air would feel thicker, heavier. Breathing could feel completely different. Even water would behave in unexpected ways. With greater atmospheric pressure, water would take much longer to boil and freeze. Something as simple as cooking food could become frustratingly slow. But that's not even the craziest part. The real danger might come from deep beneath the planet's surface. Earth survives because of an invisible shield called the magnetic field. It protects us from deadly solar radiation. Without it, life would be exposed to powerful cosmic energy every single day. Now imagine a super-Earth where intense pressure locks the core into a solid state. No flowing liquid iron. No magnetic field. No protection. Suddenly, stepping outside could become dangerous. Radiation storms could bombard the surface. Power grids could fail. Communication systems could collapse. Even cancer rates could skyrocket. At this point, living there already sounds impossible. But what happens next changes everything. Because the greatest threat wouldn't come from the planet itself. It would come from space. And once you realize why, the entire idea of a super-Earth becomes far more terrifying than anyone imagined. Here's the hidden danger nobody talks about. A bigger planet doesn't just hold onto more atmosphere. It attracts more objects from space. That means more asteroids, more impacts, more extinction-level disasters. Think about Earth's history. 66 million years ago, a single asteroid changed everything. Dinosaurs disappeared. Mammals rose. Humanity eventually emerged. But here's the shocking twist. If that asteroid had landed somewhere else, history itself could look completely different today. Now imagine a world where massive impacts happen far more often. Every civilization would live under the shadow of catastrophe. Every generation would wonder whether the next object from space would be the last thing they ever see. And if disaster became unavoidable, humanity would have one final option. Leave. Sounds simple, right? Not on a super-Earth. The stronger the gravity, the harder it becomes to escape. Rockets would need unimaginable amounts of fuel. Launching a spacecraft could require machines so massive they would make Earth's largest rockets look tiny. Scientists have even proposed using chains of nuclear explosions to push spacecraft into space. Yes, nuclear bombs. That's how difficult escaping a super-Earth could become. Which leads to a disturbing possibility. What if humanity evolved on a world too heavy to leave? A planet rich enough to support life, yet powerful enough to trap it forever. And if civilizations like that already exist somewhere among the stars, would they ever be able to reach us?